Hello Junior 4, how are you? Hope you all are fine. In this video, we are in lesson 3. In this lesson, we will study digestive system and respiratory system. Let's start with digestive system. But first, let's study the meaning of the word system. What the meaning of system? System means a group of organs. System means a group of organs that work together to perform a specific job or function. One more time, what the meaning of system? It's a group of organs that work together to perform. What the meaning of the word perform? Perform means do a job or do a function. So system, it's a group of organs that work together to perform a specific job. So the body of living organism, human or animal, is made up of systems, different systems, like digestive system or respiratory system or circulatory system or nervous system. So our bodies or the body of living organism made up of group of systems or different systems. All of these systems considered as structural adaptation to help our bodies to survive and live in our environment. So all of these systems considered as structural adaptation. Before studying the digestive system, let me ask you a question. Why do we need to eat food? Why do we need to eat food? We eat food to what? We eat food to get different nutrients like vitamins and proteins and fats. To get what? To get energy. So we need food to get energy. And why we need energy? We need energy to do activities like walking, talking, even so sleeping. We need food to get energy, and we need energy to do activities. Through which system we can get energy? Through digestive system and respiratory system. So digestive system and respiratory system are working together to get energy from food and breathing. So we need the two systems together, digestive system and respiratory system, to get energy. Now let's study the digestive system. The digestive system, it's the system that is responsible for breaking down the food into smaller parts. So the digestive system, it's the system which is responsible for breaking down the food from complex food to smaller parts. This process, it's called digestion process. So the process of digestive system, it's called digestion process. Let's study the definition of digestion process. What the meaning of digestion process? Digestion process means it's a process of breaking down food into smaller parts that the body can use them to get energy and grow. One more time. What the meaning of digestion process? It's a process of breaking down food into smaller parts that the body can use them to get energy and grow. Now let's study the structure of human digestive system. Digestive system consists of different organs that work together to perform a specific job, which is the digestion process. So all of these organs work together to do the digestion process. First, it starts with mouth. So the digestive system starts with mouth. The first organ is mouth. Next organ is called throat. Throat. Or we can say pharynx. Throat or pharynx. The next one, it's called esophagus. Esophagus. After esophagus, stomach. Stomach. Next organ, it's called small intestine. Next organ, it's called large intestine. And digestive system ends with anus. So the digestive system begins with or starts with mouth. Starts with mouth. But ends with anus. Ends with anus. Let's repeat the organs of digestive system one more time. Mouth, throat, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. And there are two another organs belong to the digestive system, which are liver and pancreas. So the other two organs that belongs to the digestive system, they are called liver and pancreas. In this part, we will describe the function of each organ in human digestive system. Let's start with mouth. Mouth contains teeth, saliva, and tongue. Teeth, saliva, tongue. First, teeth. They crush or grind the food during chewing. So, what's the function of teeth? Or give reason for teeth are important. They crush food during chewing. They crush food during chewing. Number 2, saliva. It's the liquid substance in your mouth. It's the liquid substance in your mouth. What's the function of saliva? It moistens the food and begins to break it down. It moistens. What the meaning of moistness? Wet the food. Make it soft. It moistens the food and begins to break it down. Number 3, tongue. What's the function of the tongue? It mixes food with saliva. Mixes the food with saliva. So in mouth, there are teeth, saliva, and tongue. Teeth crush the food, saliva moistens the food, tongue mixes the food with saliva. Now we will talk about the next organ, which is throat. It pushes the food into a tube called esophagus. So, what's the function of throat? Throat transport the food or pushes the food into esophagus. So the throat pushes the food into esophagus. Throat, it's a common cavity between digestive system and respiratory system. So the throat, it's a common cavity, common tube, belongs to the two systems, digestive system and respiratory system. Now we will talk about esophagus. It's a long muscular tube. Long muscular tube. What's the function of esophagus? It allows the food move down from the throat to the stomach. It allows the food move down from the throat to the stomach. So esophagus transport the food from throat to enter the stomach. Next organ, it's stomach. It's a muscular organ. What the meaning of muscular organ? Organ has muscles. Muscular organ means organ has muscles. What's the function of stomach? It mixes the food with the stomach acid and digestive juices, which is called enzymes. So the digestive juices called enzymes. So the stomach mixes the food with the stomach acid and the digestive juice, which is enzymes. To do what? To change the food into soupy liquid. To change the food into soupy liquid. In the stomach, the food stays for a few hours, and then muscles and stomach push the food into the next organ, which is small intestine. So the food in stomach stays a few hours, and then muscles and stomach push the food to enter the small intestine. Now let's talk about small intestine. It's a long winding tube. It's a long winding tube. It's a very long tube. It's about 6 meters. The juices of pancreas and liver flow into the small intestine. So, from which organs small intestine gets its juice? From liver and pancreas. One more time. From which organs small intestine gets its juices? From pancreas and liver. So one more time. The juices of pancreas and liver flow into the small intestine. To do what? To break down the food into nutrients. To break down the food into nutrients. What the meaning of nutrients? The important substances like vitamins or proteins or fats or carbohydrates. The important substances that our bodies need. So, pancreas and liver flow their juices into the small intestine. To do what? To break down the food into nutrients. And then walls of the small intestine absorb these nutrients. Walls of the small intestine absorb these nutrients. Through what? Through tiny blood vessels. Through tiny blood vessels that carry the nutrients to the all body parts. One more time. So the walls of small intestine absorb the nutrients. Through what? Through tiny blood vessels. These nutrients enter the blood and the blood moves or transport the nutrients to all body parts. Now let me ask you a question. Do the body benefit from all the food we eat? Do the body benefit from all the food we eat? The answer is no. The body doesn't benefit from some parts of food. The body doesn't benefit from some parts of food. It's called undigested materials. Undigested materials. So undigested materials means the food we don't benefit from it. The parts of food we don't benefit from it. These undigested materials flow into large intestine. These undigested materials flow into large intestine. Let's talk about large intestine. It's a tube that starts from the end of a small intestine. This large intestine ends with anus. What's the function of large intestine? It absorbs water. It absorbs water from undigested materials. So the undigested materials become solid wastes. Become solid wastes. These solid wastes leave our bodies through the anus. These solid wastes leave our bodies from anus. And by the way, there is no digestion process occurs in the large intestine. The digestion process ends in small intestine. The digestion process ends in small intestine. So no digestion process occurs in large intestine. Large intestine just absorb the water from undigested materials. So the undigested materials become solid wastes, and these solid wastes leave the body through anus. But how can we keep the digestive system healthy? We can do some steps or some advices to keep our digestive system healthy, like drinking a lot of water, like chewing the food well, and don't eat much fast meals. So, drinking a lot of water, chewing the food well, don't eat much fast meals to keep your digestive system healthy. That's all about our video today. Thank you and see you soon in another video, and good luck.